Thiago Moises versus Jalin Turner is a lightweight bout. Thiago Moises has achieved a record of 13 wins, 4 losses. Jalin Turner has achieved a record of 9 wins, 5 losses. Alright, so first off, both of these fighters are actually 25 years old, so I don't really think age is going to play a big factor in this fight's outcome. Alright, so Jalin Turner started his career with 2 wins, both by first round KO, but ended up losing his next 2 fights by first round KO and decision. After those 2 first losses, he came back with 2 more nice first round KOs, but ended up getting KO'd in the 3rd round in his next fight. After that loss, he got a first round submission, followed by a KO inside of Bellator, which got him a shot on Dana White's Contender Series, where he ended up breaking his opponent's foot to get the win by doctor stoppage, getting him a UFC contract. Once he got the UFC contract, he ended up fighting an absolute beast in Vicente Luque and ended up getting knocked out in the very first round. After that loss, inside of his debut, he came back with a first-round KO of his own against Callum Potter, who is currently ranked top 150 at welterweight worldwide. But in his next fight after that, against Matt Frivola, he ended up losing the fight by unanimous decision. After that loss, in his most recent fight, he ended up fighting Joshua Culibao, who is a top 118 lightweight in the world, and ended up getting the win by second round TKO. Alright, now let's take a look at his opponent, Thiago Moises. Alright, so Thiago Moises started his career with 5 straight wins, mainly by submission, and in his 6th ever pro MMA fight against Jason Knight, he ended up getting his first ever loss by decision. After that loss, he came back with a second round submission, which got him a title shot in the RFA against Dave Castillo, who he beat by second round armbar. After that win, he defended it against a top 70 featherweight in the world in Jamal Emmers with a win by KO in the 5th and final round. After that win, he defended the belt once more, this time against Zach Freeman, who he beat by unanimous decision. After that win, he ended up joining the LFA and immediately fought for the lightweight championship, but ended up losing the fight by decision. After that loss, he came back with a second round submission, which got him onto the Contender Series against a fighter named Gladson Kudus, who he outstandingly beat by head kick KO in the very first round. And with that amazing KO, got him a UFC contract and a fight against UFC veteran Beneil Dariush, but he ended up losing the fight by decision. After that loss to an absolute beast, he came back with a unanimous decision win, but in his next fight after that, against the 32nd best lightweight in the world in Damir Ismagulov, he ended up losing the fight by decision. After that loss, he fought a former ranked lightweight in the world and former top 10 lightweight in the world, Michael Johnson, but ended up winning the fight by second round ankle lock submission. Alright, so, come on. Turner is the striker, Moises is the grappler. This is a classic striker versus grappler bout, and I really think as soon as this fight starts, Moises is going to start going for takedowns and try to get some submissions. And I think this fight, he's just going to try to dominate on the ground with submission attempt after submission attempt until he inevitably wins this fight by unanimous decision. Alright, if you agree, disagree, or have something to say, make sure to put in the comment section below, and I'll be back to every single one of those comments. Make sure to like, subscribe with notifications turned on so you don't miss the absolute best MMA content out there. It's been fun, but I'm out of here.